Ask anyone who lived through the 1960s and 70s to describe that time period, and chances are you'll hear the name Peter Max at least once. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, Peter Max is a world-renowned graphic artist specializing in psychedelic pop art and neo-expressionism. Max was born in Berlin, Germany in 1937. Although he began studying art as a teenager in the 1950s, his career really began taking off in the late 1960s after meeting yoga master Swami Satchidananda while consulting on a film in Paris. Satchidananda inspired Max to explore spirituality, and their relationship had a profound impact on the future of Max's art. The most iconic of Peter Max's artwork was created during his psychedelic poster era. During this time, he designed a variety of pieces that utilized extremely saturated colors, gradients, and mind-bending psychedelic illustrations. In fact, Max is widely considered the father of the psychedelic pop art movement, as his work had a significant influence on fashion, language, music, and the youthful free love mindset of that time period. Bands like the Beatles co-opted Max's vibrant, busy psychedelic style, using similar images as marketing tools for their music. A great example of this is the 1968 film Yellow Submarine that Max claims to have worked on, although the studio responsible for its production denies this. Even today, a plethora of companies attempting to capitalize on the 1960s nostalgia craze are selling clothes, tapestries, jewelry, and a variety of other products that are directly influenced by the art of Peter Max. In order to emulate his style for this assignment, I wanted to understand what made him such an iconic figure in the later half of the 20th century. What Max was doing with his art was new and authentic, influenced by the constantly changing world around him and the turbulence that accompanies radical shifts in cultural consciousness. During the height of his career, he experienced the space race and lunar landing, the Cold War and civil rights movement, and a boom in technological advances that would eventually lead to the hyper-connected world we all currently live in. While creating my poster, I decided to replicate many of the elements that Max uses across his work, beginning with a radial sunburst background extending outwards from the center of the page. Since the talk I'm promoting takes place in Toronto, I decided to express that by drawing the iconic Toronto skyline extending from Max's open head. My drawing of Max itself is an homage to the September 1969 cover of Life magazine that he was featured on. Finally, I sprinkled in some stars, planets, and a little spaceship in honor of Max's fascination with astronomy. Peter Max is a fascinating figure in the world of graphic design and pop art, as he paved the way for so many artists to step out of the shadow of the past and discover new and interesting ways to design. His style is immediately recognizable and represents an era in art of discovery, free love, and radical self-expression.